Peace lovers, this is Leela Nairobi here to do another smoothie tutorial for you guys. The one that I'm doing today is called the strawberry banana green smoothie, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started, show you the ingredients that you're going to need and the instructions that it takes to make this delicious snack for you, okay? So stay tuned. So I have gathered all the ingredients that you're going to need. Also, the ingredients are going to be in the description box underneath this video in case you want to modify it or add anything else to it. So of course you're going to start with your spinach, and I did 1 handful of spinach, and of course it says triple washed on the bag. I always wash it again because anything that's been sitting in the fridge, you just want to make sure that it's clean. So I washed it again, and you're going to want 1 handful of spinach. Your other ingredient that you're going to want is your strawberries. I cut mine already. Usually mine are frozen, but because I just got them, mine are not frozen this time, but they are cold. And you want to cut yours up so that you can equal it up to about a cup of strawberries. This is the amount that you're going to want to need, or that you're going to need. And I cut up 1/2 of ginger root. I peeled it and then I chopped it up. When I used to make my smoothies that included ginger, I used to chop it real finely, but I realized you don't have to chop it that fine. Just chop it into small pieces and the blender will take care of the rest. And this right here is half of a frozen banana, and I just cut it into slices. And the banana, you want it to be frozen because that's what's really going to contribute the cold temperature to the smoothie. So your banana, your ginger, your strawberries, and you want to put honey to taste. It's not really a specific amount of honey that you need. It's really according to what you want or how sweet you want it to be. So this is and it's also optional. You don't have to add it because the banana also adds sweetness to the smoothie as well. But I like adding honey because of its benefits. And last but not least, you want to add your almond milk. Like I said in my last smoothie video, I really just think dairy milk defeats the purpose of the benefits in this delicious smoothie. So either almond or soy milk is essential for making this, and you're going to want 1 cup of this. Once I empty the strawberries, or actually I'm going to probably have to put the milk in first. My last strategy that I did was to put the spinach in first and then put the fruits and then the liquids, but what I found to actually be a little bit more effective is if you put the liquids in first, put the honey and the milk in, and then you add the spinach, and then you put the fruits on top of it, because it weighs down the spinach into the liquid and it blends evenly and more smoothly. So it works for me. So any way that you do it, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go ahead, stuff this in the blender and get started. The liquids in, I usually I said that I wanted to put 1 cup of milk in, but don't add all the liquid all at once because that can really make your smoothie really, you know, liquidy and watery. So it's better to just put in a little bit first, blend it and see the consistency and see if you like it. If you want it to be thicker, then don't put any more in. If you want it to be thinner, then add a little bit more milk. So I'm going to only start with 1/2 cup of milk for right now, and then add the other half once all the other ingredients are finished. All your fruit in the blender, you're going to go ahead and get started with blending, and I usually start with the slowest setting and then speed it up as the smoothie starts to move around. If your smoothie is not really, you know, blending the way that it should, this is always a great tool to use. Just stick on the top and move it around. Just don't stuff it down all the way because I've made that mistake mistake, and as you can see, it's a little bit messed up by hitting the blade at the bottom of the blender, so let's be careful with that. Okay, so I didn't add any more milk because the smoothie is at the consistency that I want it to be. So you can add half a cup, you can add 1 cup. It really just depends on how much of the ingredients of the spinach and banana that you use. The more ingredients you use, then the more milk that you're going to use. So anywhere between half a cup and 1 cup will be sufficient. So this is going to yield probably 1 quart. I've only made enough for myself. I'm not sharing with anybody, but if you ever want to share with somebody and yield 2 quarts, then just add more ingredients. And let's do a taste test. Now, I'm sorry. I've made this particular smoothie plenty of times, but for whatever reason, and for good reason, it turned out excellent today. It is so good. I don't know, maybe it's because my strawberries weren't frozen, but this one is delicious. I can taste the sweetness of the strawberries. I can taste the hint of ginger, and I can also taste the sweetness of the banana, and the consistency is perfect. Like usually I add too much milk and it'll be like all liquidy, and I like my smoothies to be thick. So this is actually really good, and I'm very happy. Also remember, like I said in my last video, for people who like, what, spinach? Like, no, spinach is tasteless. You can't taste anything. It just adds its benefits, its nutrients, and everything that comes with it, like iron, and also a lot of zinc. And strawberries also include antioxidants for the body. Banana, of course, everybody knows, has potassium. And ginger is good. It has anti-inflammatory properties as well. So this is just a concoction of yumminess and healthy, delicious fruits and veggies. And I mean, it's your 5 a day or 3 a day or whatever in 1 glass. I mean, who's going to eat 5 strawberries a day or 2 bananas a day? No one's going to really do that. I mean, so it's just perfect. So I'm so glad you guys tuned in to watch me make this smoothie. After I make this, I'm actually going to work out so that I can have my boost of energy, and my recovery afterwards will be a lot better. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is Leela Nairobi. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Leela Nairobi. And I will be back soon to make a video for you guys. So, bye.